What gives? There's no cosplay cafe here.
Huh? Was I only dreaming?
I remember it saying cosplay cafe in the pamphlet, though. Maybe there was a last-minute change.
Why don't we try going inside?
Huh? You're into this stuff?
Come on, she's a detective. I bet she'd masqueraded as others before cosplay was a thing.
That's... Well, I'll let it pass without comment. More importantly, Senpai, may I ask you to open this door on my cue?
Do it yourself. You're way too scared.
There's nothing to be scared of. It'll be all right, okay? Now then, are you ready?
Whoa! Why are you pulling out your weapon here?
3, 2, 1, go!
Is this display based on a children's story? It must have been a lot of work.
Rise-san, please search this area with your persona.
Whoa, wait a sec! We're at school! I can't summon it here! Why are you making me call out for no reason? This is so awkward.
Humor me.
Fine, if you insist. But don't blame me if this gets weird, okay? Persona! What? It worked!
I knew it.
Are we inside the TV? But we never went into one. And I don't see any fog here.
And we didn't need any
Hold
special
on.
glasses.
I'm sensing shadows up ahead. 1, 2... Tons of them! Some really strong ones, too!
Ah, come on. If there were shadows around, there's no way I wouldn't sniff them out. See? There's tons of them? The shadows are actually here!
Whoa, there really are shadows here? Oh, what should we do?
Panic and leave. That's not an option.
You're right. Standing around here won't do us any good. Okay, I'll back you guys up from here then.
Huh? Then I'm staying behind too.
Are you volunteering for bodyguard duty? That's so sweet of you, Kanji.
Shut up. I don't want to hear any complaints if a shadow attacks.
I'm just kidding. Well then, Senpai, I'll wait out here with Kanji.
Sorry, but I'm going to investigate elsewhere. There's something else that's caught my attention.
Huh? Oh, sure.
I'll go with Naoto then. You guys got nothing to worry about with my partner there. Leave it to me. Wait for our report, got it? Okay, let's meet back where we just came in from. Don't let your guard down.
Alright, we now have control of the game. We have the basic controls of moving forwards, backwards, strafing. I only get to talk for like 5 minutes and there's no map yet, so everything's still sad. You can open up the menu, it has helpful stuff like telling us what items we don't have, allowing us to change configurations in the settings just to make sure everything's okay. By the way, everything's pretty much okay. And yeah, you can even load from here if you want to load a save, so you don't have to do any reset shenanigans. There's nothing to equip just yet. Status screen is pretty much pointless. It'll tell us stuff though. Tell us what these guys are useful for. So like, the main character learns a P4, learns electric skills, all-rounded, has a good everything. This is a physical character, this is a weird character, this is a mage that also heals, and this is a helper, battle and labyrinth navigation. And you can change these eventually. For now you're set with this set party and you're missing a party member in your formation because Kanji is a wimp Naoto just didn't want to come with us,
over here.
and I forget who else didn't come with us.
Oh, I know.
We get our 5 medicas from... I forgot her name. Akihiko? Anyways, we don't get access to maps till later, so we're just gonna have to stumble around lost. Oh, and we've run into the first fixed encounter. Probably one of only a few. Most encounters are in fact random, but there's at least 2 at the beginning that are set. Now, GA says that we should learn weaknesses as we go, and it's basically the main strategy to finding out an enemy's weakness. And there's also this thing called boost, where if you hit an enemy with their weakness, you get to act first on the next turn, and your skills cost drops to nothing. It's great once you start learning enemy weaknesses. While you're learning enemy weaknesses, though, you're going to be a little bit wasteful.
And I'm missing data. I'm ready.
Reze will constantly remind you if things are weak to things, how many enemies are left, and how that person's condition is doing, so you don't accidentally overlook anyone. It's a little bit hand-holdy, but I don't mind it very much. We're gonna do this because it's gonna kill this in one turn, I'm pretty sure. These silly tongue guys have ice attacks and physical attacks. They're a little silly. When 2 exclamation points show up, it usually means you either stun the enemy, or it was a critical hit of some kind. Usually you only get that if you hit an enemy's weakness. Maybe it's just a critical hit. I seem to have forgotten the mechanics of it. I'd have to use Bufu again, but I don't want to use Bufu more than once on this fight. Now that I have some boost going on. Oh, and you can press, as the game helpfully reminded you, you can keep track of what you've tried against enemies by pressing L. So I haven't tried Pierce attacks, wind attacks, light and dark. Light and dark are kind of special in this game, but we'll go over more details as we go on. We won't want to overload you, so we're just going to keep it basic for now. And just be another one down. Basically, we just take these out one by one, and eventually we're gonna win. I'm pretty sure that double exclamation points is just a critical hit, now that I think about it. It happens occasionally.
There's just one enemy left.
My circus of miracles is just beginning.
Come on. Call me if you want a rematch.
They're kinda dead, Chie. They're not gonna call you for a rematch.
Great. Let's keep it up.
Okay, well, they gave us a bunch of stuff. We didn't get a few things, but we'll be
Hold on,
okay.
Senpai. I said something that's not a shadow.
Apparently, Rize can project herself as a hologram. That's great.
It looks like someone's here. Try searching around.
Maybe she doesn't appear as a hologram. Maybe she just kind of speaks to you through like comms, and that's the game's way of telling you it's Rize. I never actually thought about that, or learned what that actually means.
Huh? Wait, I think I heard something.
Like what?
Yikes! What is this? Where's it coming from? I think it's nearby.
Fairly sure it's nearby or we wouldn't have heard it. Usually when you hear things, it's nearby. It has to be very loud otherwise. Watch where you point those things, man.
I think they're the ones I was picking up on earlier.
Who are you?
No one special. I think the better question is, who are you?
Don't point that at other people! It's dangerous!
I'm asking who you are.
Huh? Well, I'm Chie Satonaka. You're students at Yasugami High, right? I mean, guessing by your uniform. Students at Yasugami High?
You don't sound certain.
Yes.
Now you sound certain.
This cute girl goes here? Well, I want to go to school too. I'm gonna start going to Yasugami High.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, be quiet.
Continue living in the closet, you silly, silly bear.
Are you two okay? There should have been shadows are...
Do you mean those monsters? They did attack, but I drove them away.
You did?
But weren't you crying earlier?
I was scared. I was scared, but Zen kept saying that we need to go in.
Oh. Yes, it must be scary being in a place like this. Were you about to go further inside?
That was the intention.
But there's still a long, long way to go from here. My bear nose works a bit too, you know.
So it's gonna take a while, huh? Then shouldn't we go back? I want to check in with Yosuke and everyone. Go back? I want to go too. I want to go back. Please, Zen? Can we go back?
Very well. We will come with you.
Huh? All right, of course.
I am Zen, and she is Rei. That's what we call each other.
Alright, Zen and Ray are a unique pair.
And Rei-chan, right? Don't...
Thank you.
Okay, so Zen and Ray are a unique pair. They've officially actually joined our party. If we go over to the status, we can learn a little bit more about them. Just a little bit. The game is of course, going to explain them a little bit better in just a little bit. But, you know, they're nice to have. Basically, because they can't do certain things the rest of the people do, they're a pile of stats that have a variety of attacks. It's actually very neat. Am I going the right way? I might be going the wrong way.
Hey, Senpai.
Okay, so I'm going the wrong way. Let's just speed walk our way back out of here. Without a map, it was impossible to tell which way I'm supposed to be going. Oh yeah, you can use the camera and look around. So you can run by pressing the B and pressing forward, backwards. You can also kind of look around at your surroundings if you want to by using the circle pad. It's the only use for it, I'm pretty sure. Here's the second fixed fight that you're always going to run into.
3 shadows, and I'm missing data. I'm ready for battle.
Okay, I remember the Maya being weak to, like, basically everything. But I can't be sure. So I'm going to send an attack over back there. Send a Bufu here. We don't need to heal anyone. And we're going to send the Bane Slice here. Is this a weakness? That's a critical. Very nice. Okay, so every once in a while when you're attacking, you get the chance to do an all-out attack. You basically do a bunch of damage for free, and you should almost never not take it. There's times when you don't want to take it, but those times are very, very rare.
That is weak against bash attacks. Give me any order you want.
Now we pile drive this guy into the ground. As simple as that. The enemies will get much more complex later. Right now they're very, very simple. On purpose, of course. And I'm not playing on a hard difficulty, so I'm not going to be putting up too much of a fight until later. But even on normal, they'll eventually catch up and surprise me.
Let's do our best.
Every time you interact with an object, usually a character will pique up their interest and start talking to you. We'll leave for now. Looks like I get to shut up for the next while.
Welcome back. Hello.
Ooh.
Rei-chan and Zen-kun, right? Oh wait, or is it Rei-san and Zen-san?
How old are you guys? I mean, like, what year are you in?
What year are you in?
Huh? I'm a first year.
A first year.
Oh, and we're the same age.
What were you two doing in there?
I thought we needed to get out of here. We were looking for a place to leave from.
Leave? If you want to leave, use the school gate. Do you, like, have no sense of direction?
There is no exit.
Huh?
There is no exit.
Thought so.
Wait, what?
There's a school gate, but we can't get out that way.
The secret passage that Kanji-kun usually uses didn't exist at all.
Hey, how do you know about the hole in the fence? I mean, I used it just this morning. There's no way it ain't there.
It's not there. We can't leave this school. And then there's that clock tower.
Clock tower? You mean the one in the 7 horrors?
It would be faster to show it to you. Please, follow me.
It's for real! There actually is a clock tower here!
It was demolished before Yukiko-senpai and the others began elementary school, correct?
I don't know exactly when, but I think it was around that time. But I thought it was more like a small monument than an actual full-size tower. At least, I don't think it was so big that a person could go inside.
Size aside, looks like we can't go inside this one either.
Huh? Even though it's this big?
Yes, there's no door. Alas, if only we could enter. I thought we'd find some sort of clue.
I see. Hey, Zen-kun, Rei-chan, do you know anything about this clock tower?
It's been here all this time.
Is the clock stopped?
It is moving, but it's extremely slow.
Slow.
Neither Ray nor I know anything about this building, but that bell did ring.
So the bell we heard must have been this clock tower's bell.
The bell rang, and I entered that labyrinth with Ray. That's where we met you.
You went in after hearing the bell? May I ask why?
I felt that that's what needed to be done.
I see.
Hey, why don't we go see Margaret? Maybe she's figured something out about this place.
Oh, yes, that's a good idea.
What a mess you've dragged me into.
Wait, we dragged you into this?
What is this place?
It seems this is a haven in the rift, a place that exists between dream and reality. It connects to the world of the collective unconsciousness. It must be similar to the TV world you are all familiar with.
So that's why there are shadows here and we could summon our personas.
But why are we in such a place?
I don't know the reason, but do you remember what I said before? Nothing meaningless happens here. Reality and this haven in the rift connected via the Velvet Room. And you all descended here. It happened by necessity. Indeed, one could call it fate.
Fate.
There is something that you must do here. That is all I know. I do not know what it is, but unless you accomplish it, there will be no way back to reality.
In other words, we won't be able to leave here?
For real?
Is that why the students are acting so weird? All they say is Yasogami High's Culture Festival is fun, and let's go to the Carnival Shooting Gallery. It's like the answers they give me don't match my questions. We can also, I don't see anyone else I know here. I mean, not that I know every single student's face, but there's no way I wouldn't recognize even one person.
All they do is speak words. You cannot communicate with them.
Huh?
The students here aren't human. They're something like phantoms. Shadows will not attack them.
As far as I know, those monsters you call shadows have never come out from that labyrinth. I do not know why, but it's always been so.
Always? How long have you two been here?
A pretty long while?
What about before coming here?
We were here when we gained consciousness. We don't remember anything before that.
Our memories were taken.
Taken?
Wait, by who?
I don't know,
But you remember having them taken?
but I remember having them taken.
But how would someone take another person's memories? Could that someone be here?
I don't know.
Could our memories get taken too?
I don't know.
This seems pretty serious.
Yeah.
Wait, for real? Does this mean there's a bad guy here?
The penny drops!
In any case, let's look for a way to leave here. Clues must be in that labyrinth. It's obviously different from everywhere else here.
Leave? I want to leave too. I want to go back with everyone.
Ray?
Zen, let's leave together, okay? I want to go back too.
All right. I have a favor to request. If you are going to enter this labyrinth, I ask that you take us with you.
Alright, but only after I enjoy the sweet, sweet opera music.
We won't be any trouble. I will protect Ray, and I can fight the monsters in this labyrinth. Well then, let us do this.
I hope we get along. Now that that's out of the way, I'm feeling hungry.
Pulls food out of nowhere. I don't know how she does it, or how it's still hot. There are things that do not need to be explained.
Takoyaki? Where'd you pull that out from? I know something. Happiness comes in the shape of takoyaki.
Wow. She's a Yosuke level disappointment.
Did you just insult Ray?
I would never. I just meant that her distinctive looks and personality are amazing.
No, Zen, that's dangerous.
You two get along well.
I promised that we stay together.
I promised to get all cozy together in my costume, too. With Miss Margaret, of course.
Then I will fulfill my duty as well. As guests of the Velvet Room, I'll assist you as much as I am able. If you are to fight against shadows, you will need to make the necessary preparations. Where to start?
She totally ignored me.
If we are to fight shadows, then I worry about our equipment. To proceed safely, we'll want armor to protect ourselves, and weapons to attack the shadows.
Are you telling me the school uniforms are not enough?
Useful tools would be also helpful. And ideally, we'd have some place to replenish our stamina.
School uniforms are invincible, Naruto.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of having to go without supplies.
Would this be insufficient?
You don't have infinite of them, Zen.
It's a projectile device that uses nearby objects. Its effect changes depending on what it fires. Why don't you all use one too?
Because A, we don't have that many crossbows, and B, we have our own weapons.
I wouldn't feel confident using that. I'd probably shoot Yosuke before I got used to it.
I can so see that happening. Seriously though, we all use completely different weapons. Never mind unfamiliar, it'd be dangerous.
I see. Different weapons for each of you.
So, it would help if you had weapons? Then we definitely need some. There's a place with all kinds of stuff flying around. I think they have some. Let's go look together. And we can swing by the donut shop on our way.
Handcrafted workshop.
Okay, they're about to go over some of the basic facilities and the origins of this. I don't care. We're just gonna hit this fast forward button, and because we've really already been on this long enough, and I can tell you about all about this place later. But until then, we honestly don't really need to see this. Though we did get an important thing there called the go home. Go homes are like basically Radney threads. They're the best. We don't need to see this either. Margaret can basically do everything. Alright, and that should be everything. Yep.
Hey, Senpai, maybe you should look over the formation, like Margaret suggested.
We can do that later.
Now that the whole gang's together, you need to decide on who's actually gonna help out in
We can do that
fights.
later too. And she's gonna tell me anyway.
Let me tell you what you need to watch out for when setting up your formation. There's a front row and a back row. People in back will be hurt less by enemies, but if you put someone who uses a close-range weapon back there, they won't be as effective. Oh, good point. It'll be hard to kick stuff from back there. The Satonaka style works best from the front.
Naruto-kun, Zen-kun, and I will have no problems attacking from
And
back
they
with our
basically just
weapons.
told us all the secrets.
The key appears to be setting up a formation that works
Thank you,
with
Captain
each of our
Obvious.
weapons. Should we have an offensive mix? Lean on defense?
lot to digest all at once. Oh.
You can change who's in the front and back rows. Try mixing it up, depending on the situation.
Can do. Will do. They're gonna force me to make a formation real quick, I'm pretty sure. Oh, nope. Yep. I'm pretty sure they're gonna force us to make a formation. Yeah, cuz... Alright, fine. Yosuke, you come up front. Kanji up front. Zen here. And it's a toss between Yukiko and Naoto. I like Yukiko a little bit more early on, but... I will just live. Alright, that'll work. Alright. And it's going to tell us about these functions. I'm going to go over the workshop and the nurse office in the next episode, because I skipped the dialogue on it. It's reasonable. But now I'm going to save the game, and we're going to call it quits for the day, because long introduction is long. Next time we're going to go more into how the labyrinth works, and how those little shop areas work, and I'm going to see you guys then. I'm going to see you guys next time. Goodbye.